What if everything that you have been taught about trading is setting you up to fail? Most beginner traders are caught in a cycle of guessing, gambling, and losing, while hedge funds and the big dogs quietly rake in billions using strategies the average person never learns. But what if you could trade like them using a system built on real data, not just hope? That is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do in this short video. My name is Reese Phillips, and I went from being just another kid online, lost and confused, constantly chasing new strategies, watching YouTube videos, and hoping that my next trade would finally be the one, to cracking the code that hedge funds and banks use to print money in the markets. And no, before you ask, I did not get lucky catching some meme coin pump, gambling on hype, or following a magic indicator. I didn't have some overnight success story. In fact, I spent years losing, restarting, and wondering if I could ever figure this out. The turning point, I had access to something that 99% of traders will never have access to. My godfather was a lead trader at a top investment bank, managing millions in institutional capital. He didn't trade based on hoping, guessing, or emotions. He followed bank-level, liquidity-based trading principles, the same ones that control every major market move that you see on your screen. And one day, he pulled back the curtain for me and showed me how the system actually works. That's when everything changed for me. Once I stopped trading against the banks and started to trade with the banks, I finally started seeing consistent wins because I wasn't just guessing anymore. I built a system based on these institutional strategies, and I applied it to real-world trading, and I proved that this works across crypto, futures, and options. Since applying this simple system that literally anyone could use, my life has completely changed. I went from a broke college student sitting in my dorm watching endless content that didn't even help me to now being completely financially free and even being able to afford my dream car, a Lamborghini Urus. In the last few years, my system has generated millions in profits. And in addition to that, I have shared all of my trades with 100% transparency for years across my social media platforms, including my Instagram page, my YouTube channel, and my TikTok. There you can see my setups, my rationale for why I got in the trade, and exactly how much money I made or lost. This system has also allowed me to enjoy the finer things in life. And no, I'm not talking about any material item. I'm talking about freedom. The freedom to go and ride on my jet ski at 2 p.m. on a Monday. The freedom to fly around the world on a whim and see the most beautiful places on earth, and most importantly, the freedom to take care of those around me. But here's the thing, I didn't figure any of this out by accident. I was struggling until my godfather showed me exactly how the markets really work. He taught me that banks don't trade like retail traders. They don't chase breakouts, they don't rely on outdated indicators, and they definitely don't make emotional decisions. Instead, they use liquidity-based models and a system designed to exploit human psychology. These models capitalize on following the waves that the big players are already making in the markets. Once I started trading with these same bank-level principles and I was trading with the market instead of against it, I stopped guessing and I actually started to win. And now I've turned this into a step-by-step system that any trader, regardless of experience, can follow to finally trade profitably with confidence in any market. Just look at Andre, who was working on a farm doing odd jobs a little over a year ago, and now he's making over $20,000 every single month from trading. This system doesn't just work for me, it works for everyday people who are trying to better their lives. Look at Vismay, who made $19,000 in a week using my system. And look at Andrew, who went from working full-time at his job to now working part-time, and very soon he's about to quit his job entirely and start trading full-time. These are everyday people who applied a system that's actually built to win, and right now I'm going to show you exactly how this system works. Right now, we are in the middle of the biggest wealth transfer in history. The markets are moving faster than ever, and opportunities are everywhere, but so is risk. We've all seen it. The dog meme coins are skyrocketing 100x overnight. Stocks and crypto are making massive swings and all-time highs, all while the smartest investors are walking away with billions. But here's what most people don't realize. For every person making a fortune, there's somebody else losing everything. That's the nature of the markets. For every dollar someone makes, someone else has to lose. For example, we had a recent market sell-off where we saw billions of dollars wiped away in a matter of hours, but the traders on the other side of that trade, well, they saw billions gained. And if you don't have a real system, you're gambling in a game where the odds are already stacked against you, meaning if you're not careful, you could lose everything. Here is a fact. The next 4 years will be the best time in history to make money from the markets. Why? Because volatility creates opportunity. Imagine that you're a fisherman. On a normal day, you spend 12 hours on the water, casting your line, waiting, hoping to just catch a few fish. But today, the tide has shifted, and suddenly thousands of fish are jumping out of the water, landing right in your boat. You don't need luck, you don't need patience, you just need to be in the right place at the right time with a net instead of a fishing rod. That's exactly what's happening in the markets right now. Massive money movements and unprecedented opportunities are all right in front of you. But if you don't have the right system, You're all still stuck casting your line, waiting and hoping, while the professionals are scooping up all of the profits. That's why hedge funds and institutions thrive in volatile markets like we're in right now, because they know exactly how to capitalize on them. But for the average retail trader, it's a complete bloodbath. Just look at some of these statistics. 91.1% of retail traders lose money in derivatives trading. Retail traders lost $21.67 billion between 2021 and 2024. The majority of traders never make it past their first 6 months before they completely blow up their trading account. But how is this possible when it seems like everybody on Instagram is getting rich with trading? The truth is, they aren't, because they are trading with zero structure, zero edge, and no actual system. They jump from strategy to strategy, blindly following YouTube gurus, and end up losing their hard-earned money to the same institutions that are actively exploiting them. The worst part is that the market is designed to make you lose. Hedge funds and banks aren't just making lucky trades, they're using liquidity models and psychological manipulation to trap retail traders. And that was the same exact trap that I fell for. If you don't understand how the game is played, you are nothing more than fuel for their profits. But don't just take my word for it. Look at the biggest, most successful traders in history. They aren't guessing, they aren't using some magic indicator, and they definitely aren't chasing signals from some Telegram group. They trade with systems. Take Renaissance Technologies, the world's most successful hedge fund. They've averaged 71.8% annual returns for over 2 decades. Their entire strategy is based on systematic, probability-driven trading. Or look at proprietary trading firms, firms that only hire the top traders in the world. 96% of their profits come from systematic trading. They have risk parameters in place that ensure they can still lose on some trades like every single trader does and still be profitable in the long term. These firms do not trade based on emotions. Meanwhile, the average retail trader is over-leveraging their account, chasing random indicators, and getting liquidated because they have no plan. It's no wonder that over 90% of traders lose their money, because they are trading against people who have a system, a plan, and a statistical edge. Let's put it this way. If you sat down at a poker table with professional players who have mastered the game and you had no experience, how do you think that that's going to end? You're going to lose over and over again. The same exact thing happens in the market. Retail traders enter the game thinking that they can outsmart the best, but they have no system and no real understanding of how the market actually works. The difference between losing and winning traders is not luck. It's structure, data, and a proven and profitable system. Successful traders don't rely on guessing the market's next move. They rely on statistical probabilities and understanding how the banks move the markets. They don't chase trends, they anticipate and capture them. They don't trade against the market, they understand liquidity and move with it, profiting off the majority of the move without getting caught in the chop. And they certainly don't rely on luck. They have a system that gives them an edge. This is exactly what my godfather taught me when he showed me how hedge funds actually trade. He explained how banks manipulate price action to trap retail traders, how liquidity is strategically used to stop hunt and wipe out small accounts, and finally, how institutions use statistical models to stack the odds in their favor. This ensures that they profit consistently. Once I applied these principles, everything changed. Suddenly, I wasn't making random trades and I wasn't losing money. I was winning and it seemed effortless. The reason was because I started to read the markets like a hedge fund trader. Now, for the first time, I've taken this exact system, which is a hedge fund level approach designed to beat the markets, and made it available for traders like you. Once you see how this works, you'll never look at trading the same way ever again. Now, before I share with you the exact details of this system and how you can copy it for yourself, I need to tell you how this all came about in the first place. A little over 4 years ago, I was at one of the lowest points in my life. I was living paycheck to paycheck, working as a busboy at a local restaurant and barely scraping by. I'd always dreamed of a better life, one where I didn't have to count every single dollar or wonder how I'd make rent next month. That dream and that drive led me to trading. At first, I was super optimistic. I'd watch YouTube videos, follow gurus, and try to copy their strategies. I literally spent hours staring at charts, drawing trend lines, and loading up indicators. I told myself, this has to work. It works for them. But trade after trade, I kept losing. My account balance was going down, my confidence evaporated, and I started to doubt if trading was even real. Was it all just a scam? One day, after yet another string of losses, I hit my breaking point. I'd lost most of my small savings and I was emotionally drained. I remember sitting in my car after my shift at the restaurant, staring at my bank app and feeling completely hopeless. That night, I called my godfather, who's a professional trading at a leading investment bank. I told him that I was about to give up. He didn't say much at first. He listened to me. And then he said something that changed my life forever. He told me that trading is not about charts, it's about understanding people. At first, I did not understand what he meant. I thought that trading was all about technical analysis and finding the perfect setup. But he explained that the market is a zero-sum game. He told me that it's a battlefield of human emotions. He explained that fear and greed are the driving forces behind price movement, and if you can learn to recognize these patterns, you can get an edge. He hesitantly agreed to mentor me, but under one condition. I had to forget everything that I thought I knew. No more guessing, no more following random gurus. I had to commit to learning and applying his system that he learned at a leading hedge fund that was based on probabilities and human behavior. It wasn't easy. For months, I worked during the day and studied at night. I learned to trade not with hope, but with discipline and with data. I kept my trades super simple. I stuck to my system and I focused on execution instead of being all emotional. Slowly but surely, things began to change for me. My small wins started to add up, my confidence grew, and for the first time, I wasn't just surviving, I was living. I'll never forget the moment that I realized I'd turned a corner. I placed a trade based on everything that my godfather had taught me. It wasn't flashy and it wasn't complicated, but it worked. The setup played out exactly as I thought it would, and I ended the week with my first 4-figure profit. It was a small win in the grand scheme of things, but to me, this felt like a huge breakthrough. From that point on, everything changed. I kept refining my system, learning from my mistakes, and staying consistent. And now, I've not only transformed my own life, but I've helped countless others do the same. Fast forward to today and my life is completely different. Trading isn't just something that I do, it's what has given me absolute financial freedom. I went from struggling to make ends meet as a busboy to being able to generate life-changing profits with a proven system that works in any market. This system isn't just some theory, it has generated millions in profit, worked across crypto, futures, and options, and allowed me to live my life entirely on my own terms. Just check out my broker statement below. Every trade that I've taken, every setup I've executed has been shared transparently for years on my Instagram, YouTube, and inside my community. For me, this is not just about money. It's about freedom. The freedom to take a Monday off and ride my jet ski while others are stuck at work. The freedom to hop on a plane whenever I'd like and explore the most beautiful places in the world. And now, I want to help you achieve that same level of freedom without the years of struggle that I went through. After seeing how powerful this system was, not just for me, but for everybody that I've shared it with, I asked myself, what is the best way I can help others change their lives? I didn't want to just throw together another trading course like you see everywhere. I wanted to create a proven, step-by-step system that gives you everything that you need to become a consistently profitable trader in 90 days without making the same mistakes that I made. That is why I built Profit Insider Blueprint. This isn't just another set of videos or a basic strategy guide. It's a full institutional-grade trading system paired with live mentorship, daily trade analysis, and a private community of successful traders, all designed to take you from where you're at now to a profitable trader in 90 days. My main ambition behind selling this is because I know how broken the trading education space is. Most people are left guessing, following outdated strategies, or getting misled by fake gurus. I wasted years and lost thousands of dollars before I discovered what actually works. I don't want you to go through that same struggle. This program is designed to shortcut your learning curve and get you trading profitably as fast as possible. You might be thinking, I've tried trading courses before. What makes this different? Here's the truth. Most trading courses don't work because they teach random strategies that don't adapt to the market, they don't give you mentorship or live support, and they don't actually show you the trades that make money. This program is different because it's built on a system that has already been used by institutions for decades. It's not just a theory. It's backed by real-world application and live execution every single day. Now, if I were to offer this in the traditional way, like hedge fund training programs do, it would cost you $20,000 or more just to learn these principles. And in all honesty, it would still be worth it because getting access to a system that actually works could save you years of trial and error and thousands of dollars in lost trades. Which is why for a limited time, I'm accepting new applications to Profit Insider Blueprint at a fraction of the price that others are charging. If you click below this video, you can fill out a brief application and see if you get accepted. My team and I will be personally reviewing every single application, and we're only going to take on people that we can virtually guarantee that we can get them amazing results. Think about it this way. The market is filled with opportunities right now, but only for those who know how to capitalize on them. If you've been struggling to trade profitably, it's not because the market is too hard or too risky, it's because you've never had a system that actually works. This is your chance to trade like the institutions do with the right strategy, the right mentorship, and the right risk management. You might be wondering, if this system is so good, why am I selling it instead of just trading for myself? The answer is simple. I already trade successfully, but I know that the more people who trade correctly, the stronger that our network becomes. And frankly, I don't want to see any more traders get wrecked by bad information. I've spent years refining this process, and this program ensures that only serious traders get access to it. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, this is not for you. But if you're serious about building a long-term skill that can change your financial future, this is the best investment that you can make. Here is exactly what you get when you join. Full access to our institutional-grade trading system, the exact strategies used by hedge funds designed to help you trade profitably in any market, daily live trades in crypto, futures, and options, so you can watch me and my team execute trades in real time so that you can learn exactly how professionals win. One-on-one coaching with me and my team of expert traders, we will personally guide you every step of the way to ensure that you're applying the system correctly. Access to a private community of thousands of traders, get direct support, feedback, and accountability from a network of traders who are already succeeding with this exact system. I believe in this system 100%, so here's my guarantee to you. If you follow the system and don't see measurable progress in your trading, I will give you a full refund. You heard that right. I am putting my name, my reputation, and my money on the line because I believe in this system. This isn't just another trading course. It's a proven model that when followed correctly delivers real results. So if you believe that you're the kind of trader who is ready to commit, who actually wants to take their trading to the next level with a system that works, I invite you to book a complimentary strategy session with me and my team. And yes, me and my team personally invest our time into these calls because after years of building and refining this system, I don't just want to hand it out to anybody. I want to make sure that if you work with us, you're going to take it seriously, follow the blueprint, and get massive results because my reputation is directly tied to the success of my students. I only want to work with traders who are going to put in the effort and see life-changing transformations. So here's what to do next. Click the button below this video, select a time that works for you, and book your strategy session right now. Spots are extremely limited because we can only take on so many calls each week. And since me and my team are actually showing up to these calls ourselves, the calendar fills up very fast. So if you're serious about making this change, don't wait because once the slots are gone, they're gone. In the strategy session, we're going to take a deep dive into your current trading, identify exactly what's holding you back, and map out a plan to finally start seeing consistent results. And if we both feel like you're a good fit for the program, I will personally show you how we can help you implement this exact system and start trading with confidence. I promise you, this will be the single best time investment that you've ever made for your trading. So again, click the button below this video, select a time, and we'll jump on a call together over the next few days. I'm looking forward to speaking with you soon and helping you achieve the results that you've been working towards. Let's make this the moment that changes everything for you.